you were talking about goal difference, weren't we, Rob? 56, Arsenal, plus 56. Just look at Arsenal's goal difference over the past few years. Now, you can see some asterisks there, 2003 and 4 and 2001 and 2. That's when Arsenal won the Premier League. But look at Arsenal's goal difference at the moment, the highest it's been. 56, plus 56. Why? Because a 5-0 win against Palace, a 6-0 win away against West Ham, a 5-0 win away against Burnley, a 6-0 win away against Sheffield United, a 5-0 win at home to Chelsea. Now, there are some games to go for Arsenal, of course, including that massive North London derby on Sunday, but that looks very, very positive for Mikel Arteta's side, and they've really put in some fantastic performances and some huge, huge wins. And, guys, could this play a part come the end of the season, that goal difference? I was thinking it last night, another goal. Mikel Arteta will know this, won't he?
Well, it's like the equivalent of another point, isn't it? Especially on a team like Man City, who still have the advantage in terms of if they win their games, they can get above them. But, you know, that gap is 4 points, but is it really 5 points? Because Arsenal effectively have got that edge on them in the goal difference. As you mentioned there, Liverpool can win all their games, and that might not be enough. So I think it's just testament, isn't it, to how brilliant Arsenal have been, particularly at the back. Gabriel and Saliba have been so rock solid at that centre-back partnership, so important for them. But, you know, we spent so much of this season talking about they need a killer up front, they need a top striker. They're far and away the top scorers in the Premier League. So, yeah, quality at both ends has given them maybe an edge in this title race with that goal difference, yeah.
Yeah, it explodes the myth, doesn't it? I hear people say, oh, it's really difficult to get the balance between attack and defence right. Doesn't look that way at Arsenal, does it?
No, not at all. They've got that balance absolutely spot on. And, you know, we talk about the Arsenal defence at the moment. I mean, it seems like right back and the two centre-backs are nailed down. The only question mark might well be the left-back position and who that's going to be going forward. But if that's all you're questioning, and they've still got two very high-quality players available to play in that left-back slot, you know, Mikel Arteta is doing something right there. And as you say, up front, Kai Havertz, the almost renaissance of Kai Havertz has been a real testament to the coaching of Mikel Arteta. People weren't really sure what his best position is. People may not still be sure what his best position is, but the fact that he has been able to use him in certain games in a different way has really made the difference. I'm thinking of the games against Liverpool this season, where he's played a slightly different role. He can play in the 8, and it's almost, it's this new position that we're seeing in the Premier League at the moment. Players that can play as a number 8 and also up front. When you look at Cole Palmer, when you look at Kai Havertz, and even someone like John McGinn, who has played in a forward position for Aston Villa and has played as a central midfielder, number 8 as well. There's almost this new idea of a position of a central midfielder happening at the moment.
We've mentioned Liverpool and City to come this midweek. Michael, how is it looking then for these three teams?
Right, these are the remaining games for the three teams in the title race. Here we go. Let's start with Arsenal. They've got 4 games remaining, and this is the first one up. Gary Neville says it's his most entertaining game in the Premier League. And who can blame him? It's goals usually in this match. The North London derby this Sunday, live on Sky Sports. Then they're at home to Bournemouth the Saturday after that. Then Manchester United away. Always a great game between those two sides. Then the final day of the season. It could be a huge match, not just for Arsenal, but for Everton. So that's Arsenal. Your Arsenal fans, they are your remaining fixtures. Let's go over to Liverpool. Tonight, it's the Merseyside derby at Goodison. Then a tough-looking match at West Ham United. Of course, no more European commitments. Then home to Spurs next Sunday, May the 5th. Then, that's a toughie, isn't it? Aston Villa away. Still got Conference League hopes, but by then, could Aston Villa seal the top 4 in that game? And then the final game of the season is at home to Wolves, and an excellent season for Gary O'Neill. Let's go over to Manchester City. Played 32. Thursday night, they go to Brighton. Then it's Nottingham Forest away, who are looking to get as many points as possible at the bottom. Mentioned Wolves, a good season they've had. They're at home on May the 4th. Fulham away. Decent season under Marco Silva. That won't be easy at Craven Cottage. Oh, my goodness. Spurs away. Spurs have a good record against City in the league. That's May the 14th. What will Spurs fans be thinking by then? Thinking about Arsenal as well? Oh, my goodness. Wait, well, that's in a few weeks' time anyway. And then the final game for them is at home to West Ham United. They are your remaining fixtures in this ever so exciting title race.
Yes, well, I like your idea of Tottenham, May the 40th. No, after you. Off you go to stop Arsenal winning. I don't think that will happen.
No.
Because Arsenal here really are the kingmakers, are they?
Oh, Tottenham are, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's it going to be won or lost? N17, I think it's probably the answer to that because, yeah, I said Arsenal. Well, I think what's interesting about Tottenham, coming off this 2-week break, aren't they? Very strange the way the fixtures have fallen for them. They've had this period now. What are they going to be like when they come back? Are they going to be good for the break or are they going to be lacking a little bit of rhythm? They'll certainly be motivated and fired up on Sunday against Arsenal, but that game against Man City, final week of the season, pivotal. Of course, Tottenham go to Liverpool as well, as we've seen. So, yeah, absolutely they're the kingmakers. And a real interesting question to see what shape they're in this final running after that break that they've had, yeah.
No time to be out of rhythm against Arsenal for Tottenham. They've got to come in. And they know they're going to have a big say in where this title goes. And, particularly this North London derby on Sunday, there's no time for them to be rusty at all.